God, the regrets. Now all of a sudden it's bad. See, now it says it's bad once I start it.
It's bad. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, hey everybody. Welcome to Final Savecast for the week of August 21st, 2016. It's a shit show. Am I live on YouTube? Come on.
Not
Yes.
myself.
And I can hear myself awesome. Alright, anyways. Today I'm... What?
Now you're live. There you
Yeah. So today I have quite a bit of a crew assembled here. First we have Anna from Twitch, Anna Droid,
Hi.
It's a
That's
crew.
me. That's
or Anna E, I think.
yeah.
I said that completely terrible, I'm
That's it.
sure.
That's it. No other names, please.
Okay. Chris Dude, you guys know from past,
go. Yo.
and Tyrammy, also from
Hey, everybody.
Twitch and I don't know, the Apple Store.
Yeah, the Apple Store.
Yeah.
My face. It's like I design your products. No.
So guys, where can they find you all at, Anna?
You can find me on Twitch by the name of Android614. And then, do I link it or?
Sure, if you want.
That's my channel. And then my Twitter will be this one.
There you go.
That's where you can find me.
Nailed it.
And guys, be sure to follow her. She does like besides gaming, like cosplay and stuff like that too. So she'll actually do like creative streams where she's making masks and stuff.
She's got some talent.
Yeah.
I'm
Chris,
jealous.
where are you from?
Dude, I'm from Mississippi, but you can find me on the internet at Chris Dude on Twitter and Twitch at Chris Dude on TechTube and YouTube at Chris Dude on TechTube. There you have it. All the links are there.
There we go. Tyrammy.
You can find me at Teremy on Twitter and on Twitch and on YouTube as well.
There we go. All right. So as always, we start off with what you've been playing this week. I guess I'll start off, give everybody else a chance to think. I've been playing Overwatch again,
Mhm.
Yep.
over and over and over again.
It's fun.
Yeah. I also been playing some Metroid 2, the remake. Don't tell Nintendo; they'll take everything down. Let's see. Played Sleeping Dogs yesterday, and people found out how demented I am. Because there's a story in that game. I don't care. I just like going up and kicking random people in the back of the head, kung fu style, and then throwing them off buildings.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was fun. So what have you guys been up to this week?
Nothing too interesting here, just Call of Duty and GTA 5. That's it.
Sorry, we did play some GTA 5.
Yep.
We did
We
some
had
bad
some
things in
fun.
there too. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
that survives. Let's see. As for me, I've been playing a lot of No Man's Sky. A lot of No Man's Sky. To the point where I've now actually just accumulated enough hours. I figured out what works with what now. So, also hardware testing with it too. And I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. So,
Yeah, this
Pretty
week I just
good
been
game.
playing Overwatch.
Yeah. You've been kind of addicted to that. I thought you'd be like
Mm-hmm.
in the CS:GO more, but
Yeah, you see, I love CSGO, but I have Overwatch now, so it's kind of like, oh, I'll play this a little more than CSGO.
yeah.
cocaine.
There you have it.
Nothing lesser, not cocaine. Talcum powder. That's it.
But you can, but you can bitch slap somebody with talcum powder.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you can. Yep.
So, I see pimps
Like
do
a
it all the
pimp.
time. All right, let's get on with this shit show. So we're gonna go through some news this week, and then we'll probably have some rants and whatnot. But on with the first news story here. We've got AMD decided to go wide. Intel was having an event and be like, "Hey, we're in this room over here showing off Zen." Like they did with, I remember they did this with the 290 and 290X, like when
They did.
Nvidia was trying to show off stuff at that like G-Sync, that same event where they're showing off G-Sync and stuff in Canada. They were like in a hotel room somewhere going, "Here's our new graphics card. Want to come see?" I was like, it seems like it's such a dick move. It's
Yep.
just like, hey, we have a real event, and we're gonna go rent a hotel and go spoil their event. And then, like, in hindsight, like the 290, it's like, yeah, that's cool. Why does the card sound like a vacuum cleaner? It's like a little Dyson spinning. Anyways, so they showed it off this week, and they used Blender as a test, rendering out an image, and it was faster than a 8-core Broadwell E in that test, supposedly.
Boy, does that raise a bunch of questions in my mind.
It was like it's a Broadwell E, to be assumed a 6900 Broadwell E CPU clocked down to 3 gigahertz to match the engineering AMD Zen part, and the AMD engineer part earned it 4 seconds faster.
Despite all that, this doesn't really matter to me. What matters to me at the end of the day is what's the cost.
That's
at
right.
the end of the day. I think AMD has to be the cheaper product out there. I'm sorry. And if there's some reason that they've made it more expensive than what Intel's offering is, then what's the point?
Yep.
You know, you've just basically given Intel sales or whatnot.
Oh, if they end up charging $700 for that chip that they tested, then we've got a problem. So
What I'm looking at, it looks literally like the same as like a FX chip that's like in Anna's machine. It like looks almost like no different, right? And I'm like, the thing that they would really kill is like I'm hoping they're gonna do, and what they tried to do with the 480, but unfortunately Nvidia kind of came out with their stuff. Is all of a sudden they're like, hey, it matches the performance of a $1,000 processor. It's $350.
Yep. That would be amazing. And we would probably all get one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Another thing that they need to show is practicality. Performance benchmarks are great. Show me how it is running games. Show me how it is streaming. Show me how it is rendering video. Okay. One simple test is that could be skewed so many different ways.
When you have a hyper-threaded 8-core CPU, you're going to be doing more than just, surfing the internet, I would imagine.
Yeah.
If you're not, then you're totally wasting your money. What are you doing?
Yeah. I feel like this is something that's good for people doing productivity work, people doing broadcasting, stuff like that, and they need to show that. So, anyways, you guys have any thoughts on this?
Price better be good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get this product in my hands.
Yeah. Well,
All about the numbers, but I'm all about I want the motherboard, I want the processor, I want to stick it in a machine, and I want to stick a crazy looking GPU on it and see what it does.
Hell yeah.
All right. So next one here. I want to fast forward a little bit too much. NVIDIA now finally announces its GTX 1060 3GB. I think they did last week. We just didn't talk about it. I wanted to see a little bit more about what was said about it here. But this is a confusing product.
It's essentially, they didn't want to brand it as a 1050, and it's still a 1060, but it's cut down in every aspect.
It's a different card.
Yeah.
It's not a 1060. It's a different card.
Yeah. It's like a 1050.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the shit was that? That was a loud bang. Anyways.
It happens. These things never go wrong, ever. Ever, just saying.
No.
Yeah. Anyways. It's a weird decision. It's off by like one CUDA core bank, like one SMM. And then like the clock speed's the same. So there's going to be a degradation in performance.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to be a lot, but I just don't understand why you would do that.
So what I've been seeing is like 10% is what they're looking at, 10 to 15% performance delta as of right now. Of course, when they roll out more drivers, that's all subject to change, but it seems for the most part that it's going to be a decent card. It's going to be worth the money that they're wanting for it, more than likely. Plus, it's compact, which is also valuable in itself. So, I don't know.
Do you think that they had seen what the 480 was and were like, wait... See, no, I've got so many questions about this. Is this like them trying to just like get rid of like lower bin parts? Is this like they saw the 480 and said, well, this isn't a real threat to what the 1060 is doing right now. We could actually disable it a little bit and still compete with them, or Like, I don't understand. And I don't understand how just taking off one SMM really lowers the price down to that point. But it's at $200 suggested MSRP, which means they're definitely going after the 484 gigabyte.
Yep. And it's
So-
very small. Like, you could put it in any case.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
As a set that it just validated me purchasing a 1066 gigabyte. Legitimately just did that to me.
So what's your guys' comfort zone for buying a graphics card? Like right now, if you were to get one.
Right now, for me, I could do $700, but it would have to be worth every single penny.
Yeah.
But for the meantime, I'm gonna go with 1060 for right now. I don't need more than that for right now.
Well, Tierney's got a 1060.
I've got 1060, and it's like I put me $100 outside of my comfort zone because I bought it.
Mhm.
And I was like, I spent about several weeks checking store stock to see if I can grab an RX 480 so I can play with it. And then I just broke down. I was like, I can't wait for the RX 480 2 cards every time. I've got NVIDIA cards stacked up on a shelf for days, but I can't find an RX 480. So I'll bite the bullet. I bought the 1060, and I was like, 6-pin. It's a short PCB card. It's an ICX card, and ironically, it's the same size as my ITX motherboard. So it's essentially a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Cool.
For me, it's always been around 250. I've tried the higher end cards. I've spent lots of money on the higher end cards. I feel like once you hit about the $350, $400 range, you really don't start getting what you paid for. Case in point, the 1070 is what, $380? So if you could get it for $380, which is pretty hard to find right now, and then like $600 for the 1080.
Yeah.
The 1070 to
1070
1080 is the performance difference is like 15%, something like that. It's not a lot.
It's not much.
Yeah.
1070 is still faster than last year's Titan, so keep that in mind.
Yeah. So.
It's no slouch.
And I would guess, Anna, what would you pay for a graphics card?
See, I don't know much about them. Like, I don't know which ones, like, the difference between them. I just see them, and I know, like, I'm running right now, like, everything, I guess, is, like, AMD, which I get a lot of shit for, because they're like, no, like, there's better things out there. But, I don't know. I think, I want to say I paid about $200 or around there.
Yeah.
For the one I have right now. And I'm like, it works okay for what I do right now, you know? I don't, since I'm, like, new to all this, I don't know what is better, what I need
So,
to, like, run certain games and stuff.
Is that where your comfort zone, you say, would be, though? Is around 200? Or would you possibly go higher than that in the future?
I'd go higher if it was, like, if I knew it would, like, benefit me, like, I was, like, really gonna need it.
Yeah. Alright. Well, anyways, that's the weird 1063 gigabyte. Don't understand that, but whatever.
I call it the clubfoot child of the NVIDIA lineup.
These are the ones that broke. Let's put 3 gigs of RAM on them and sell them.
Yep. Ship them.
It's just like, it's kind of broken, sir. Get off 3 gigabytes and sell it.
Yeah,
Get
I wonder if we'll
check
start
it out.
seeing this more often now too, since they're actually putting desktop parts in laptops now too.
And see, that brings me to another point. What I would have liked to have seen them do with the 3 gigabyte variant of this card is actually put that chip in laptops instead. Like, just make a lower end one.
Yeah, but they're not doing a mobile.
Cheaper price point.
They're not doing mobiles anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
So they're just doing straight up desktop parts to laptops. Anyways, No Man's Sky. Seems like people don't necessarily hate it, but all the scores seem to be reflecting pretty much the same. They're kind of like it's fun. It's not the greatest thing ever, but it's fun.
I'm not qualified to talk about it.
Yeah. And then also on top of that, they have a patch that they're testing for this week that says addresses about 70% of the problems.
Yeah,
So
it does.
let's get into it, Jeremy.
Okay, so I used this experimental build of that exact same thing. It does take care of almost all of the stuttering prior to them actually applying that patch to the game regular. So I spent about 8 hours testing it on 3 different graphics cards and one other machine, which is the laptop, which is my gaming laptop. This game does not support SLI whatsoever, and they do not plan on supporting SLI anytime soon. It's on the bottom of the list. But it actually does do shader caching. So they fixed the shader caching. So instead of getting massive amounts of hits and drop of FPS, it's actually lessened so. Game crashing is now less so. So if you do any sort of interaction with the Viking race, and one of the interactions where you have to smack the dude back, he smacks you, your game crashes. I've done it on 3 different computers, and they've all done it. After the patch, it didn't do it. Let's see what else. It doesn't devour CPU like it used to on my machine. And a weird thing, in the patch notes, they suddenly now supported AMD, a certain instruction set that AMD CPU uses for some reason. SE2 and above. SSE and 2 and above.
That's probably to support the screwed up scheduler in Windows, so like to override it or whatnot.
Yeah, so they fixed that, so now the game doesn't eat my CPU when I play the game.
Anyways, okay, so they fixed some things. What's your feelings on the game, though?
I like it. It's a me kind of game where I just gather the resources, and I'm very intrigued about the monoliths and the plaques and the knowledge stones and the story. It's not explicitly told. You are to go out and look for it. The most interesting thing to me is the interaction with each species and the sentinels, the little floaty bastards that fly up to you when you're destroying the terrain. They're like, they either love them or hate them and want to take them apart and use them for resources. I don't know what that is all about, but this game is very interesting. Like, some people love it, some people hate it, some people just don't know where to put it.
At the end of this chat, I want to say one thing at the very end after y'all are done.
Okay. Here's my feelings on it. I've been watching No Man's Sky grow up for a while now while they were making it. Okay, these guys, be fair, they went through some shit. Hello Games, if you guys didn't know, last year actually had their headquarters flooded and all their computers and stuff destroyed.
Oh, man.
So luckily they had all their work backed up to the cloud, at least they said.
I didn't know that.
So they were kind of backed up there. Here's my kind of feeling on the game. I played it when they originally showed this off at VGX a couple years ago. They announced this as, first of all, a PC title before consoles or anything. And then they announced it as a downloadable game. Okay? So people were looking at this and seeing what they were showing off. Obviously not the game. If you go back and watch it, that is not the game. It was a pre-rendered, even knowing that they deliberately said in-game footage, which is kind of one thing that pissed. That's one no right there, okay? Yep. Number 2, I think at some point when PlayStation got involved with it and started backing them with money, they decided to make it a $60 game. It is not a $60 game to me, in any means. Even when you download it, it's only a 2.5 gig file.
This ties into exactly what I was going to say. Okay. So I was going to say like $20 early access. Does that sound more fair? Pay for more later?
No, because, okay, so this is a deal. When they went to $60 and they said they'd do DLC, but the DLC would be free content.
Okay.
So that was the justification, sort of, for it.
Okay.
Now they've come out this week and said that there's going to be paid DLC.
Oh.
So they keep flip-flopping. This is kind of my problem with this game. Let alone, although the procedural generation, the engine is a cool idea. The engine's voxel-based when you're on the planet, so it's not polygon. The high CPU usage, I'm not surprised that there would be some, because voxels, when the GPU can render it, the GPU cannot do a great job pinpointing where they are in a 3D space. Integer math is better for that, so the CPU is better for that, okay? So that's kind of the reason for it. And I was just intrigued to see the way the engine works, because it's such a different engine from what we've seen before. But at the end of the day, after playing it and gone to like 6 systems and stuff, thanks Jeremy for letting me but he's probably gonna hate me right now. I don't see what the big deal is. It's like, here's this squiggly plant on this one planet. Here's the same squiggly plant now with polka dots. Here's one with like stripes. It's like, and I could kind of see that coming when I was downloading. I was like, this is 2.5 gigs. And if it was a downloadable title for $20, I could have been more, lenient on it. But seeing that this is a full $60 game and now they're flip-flopping on the DLC stuff, no. There's a certain type of person this is going to be great to. This is going to be to the people who want to go out and explore. To me, it doesn't offer enough different. I'm seeing too many similarities in the planets and stuff. They're just basically different colors and whatnot. And it's like
different Instagram filters.
Yeah, kind of.
Somebody else, there's a mod community now. Somebody just straight up ripped that Instagram filter crap right out of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
But so far, I'm really kind of down on it. I can see why Tyranny likes it with the crafting and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, this is definitely not for me, and I don't think it's for most gamers out there. I think what was there was a promise that they made that they couldn't deliver on, possibly.
I feel like if you play a ton of Ark or a ton of Minecraft, you might possibly be interested in this, but for anybody else, not sure.
And I think that's the community they should have delivered to. Like, they've been saying there's story in the game and stuff, but it's really light, and it's, it's for the most part like text-based from what I've seen so far. It's not even
it's primarily text-based. Other than, and the one rubbing point with me is the you get piecemeal information, and you really have to like read the subtext that after the alien has talked to you, you've got to be like, my interactions with this alien race, pimp slap the dude back.
Yeah.
Get rewarded by getting pimp slapped back and getting an item.
Yeah, I had one where it was like talking about a bird that was like dead but animated alive by a monolith, and its beak was being sewn on by intestines or something. It was like, do you want to kill the bird? I was like, yeah, kill that thing. And it was like, you've released the bird from its pain. Congratulations. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Jesus.
Yeah, but anyways. For me, it's not for me. Now, what I would suggest, if you have any piqued interest, if you have a good friend like Tyranny that lets you borrow it on Steam or PS4 or something like that, borrow it for a few days, travel to a few systems, see if you still like it. Because the game has, when you first start it and you first start playing it, you're like, oh, this is really cool. This is really cool. You can see like where they were going with it and where the appeal is. But after you go to a few systems, it's really going to depend on your personality if you're going to stick with it. And I don't think that's for most people. But anyways, that's kind of my take on it.
For sure.
And definitely be careful of the developers, because they have not been saying the same thing over and over. They're more crooked than politicians, it seems. Alright. Sorry, Tyranny. Anyone make you sad?
No, it's okay. I had this, I was like, a lot of people, like I've read some of the reviews, were like, I don't know how to categorize it, or they're like, this game sucks. For the PC version, I was like, it's skippy as hell. I'm like, yeah, it's skippy as hell, but I'm playing it, and it's got me completely absolved, and I'm ignoring the hitches and skips.
Yes, that first night I was like sucked in. The second time I tried playing it, I was kind of like, I feel like I got what I needed out of it, And for like I said, if it was a $20 game, I'd be on board. But for $60, needs to have more in it.
If it was $20, I would have bought it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Like when I saw, go ahead, Sal. Yeah, let's continue off this topic of Newman's.
All right. For next news article, this one's got me bummed out. Titanfall 2 is in multiplayer beta this week for PS4 and Xbox One.
Yep. No PC.
No PC.
No PC.
Yeah,
I don't like that when you do that to us.
Thanks, Respawn. I only have 300 hours in your game. In the last one.
Yep.
The counter doesn't even tell me in that nice way to make me feel better. It says I have 6 days or something.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, so their explanation for not having a PC version was two things. One, they didn't wanna like, this was just a test for multiplayer stuff. And two, we didn't want you ruining the game. As in, you're gonna data mine the hell out of the single player, or find more stuff that we didn't necessarily want you to find.
I got a bad feeling too. So when I played Titanfall, I played it with the controller and I played it with the mouse and keyboard. Both control really fine. I didn't feel like there's a cheat one way or the other. It does have a little bit of prediction on the keyboard or on the controller. Yeah. But it's not very much. You know, it's like you have to be really tuned in on the close to the target to get to do that kind of like suck in, you know? So, and Titanfall's not a game that's really so much. It's a shooter. It's, to me, not about aim. It's more about learning how your character moves through the world, exploiting like the different layouts of the map. And trust me, by like the end of me playing Titanfall 1 on PC, I was looking like freaking Tony Hawk bouncing off of like corners and buildings and stuff, shooting people in the face and whatnot. Like, I got really good just like kick flipping off of a surface and then kicking somebody in the head on the way down. Just like, you know, like I got insanely good at that game. And the way the weapons handle and stuff, they're very Call of Duty like, you know, so they're like very quick rapid fire spread or really powerful shotguns and stuff like that. So you have a pretty big area already to hit, you know? It's not like you're playing like Insurgency like we play every once in a while and it's just like you need to hit like this little pixel over here, you know? It's like, no, you need to hit like this area right here.
Hit the cone like on Halo.
Yeah.
If you miss that area, are you blind? Do you not know how to operate this video game?
I love playing games like Halo and Doom where the shotguns have like the circular reticle. It's just like, get it in the circle. You're good.
So yeah. So I'm hoping what they're going to do is Titanfall 2 will be able to play with console players, because otherwise we're going to have the same problem we do with Call of Duty. And it'll just be one mode all the time, like Team Deathmatch or something like that.
With a Team Titan match all the time.
It's like, I hate to say it, but if there's one game that make me buy a console, this would probably be it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm actually debating on getting a console after the holidays when the prices go back down again.
But, yeah. Probably like an Xbox One because they're cheap.
I'm not a PS4. I had an Xbox One already. Yeah.
That's full.
I've had my Xbox One, had my fill of it. It's a good system. I got nothing against it, but it didn't suit my needs. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's just not for me.
Gotcha.
PS4 is more geared towards me, what I'm looking for.
And why is that? Just games or
game selection? The easeability of using it with capture cards. It just plays way nicer with capture cards, and it's just way easier to stream, really.
The PS4 or the Xbox One?
The PS4.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's nothing like.
It's good.
It's like opposite day for some reason. It's like it used to be the Xbox 360. It just worked. PS4. You have to plug in a bunch of other games.
Well, to be fair, PS or the Xbox 360 never had HDMI on it. They just threw it on there. Yeah.
Shoehorned it in there later.
Yeah.
Nah, it was just a soldering point.
All right. So, anybody excited for Deus Ex?
I want that game.
Not particularly. I'm probably gonna play it, but
I'm judging you right now based on you not liking a game.
I know. I can see the judgment in your eyes.
These aren't my judgment eyes. These are not judgment eyes. They're disappointed father eyes.
Wait a minute.
It's not the same thing.
No, because disappointed father eyes is what Cell does. I got the rape button.
Yes, you do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm being date raped right now. Alright, so Deus Ex seems to be getting good reviews, and this makes me very, very happy. And I want to play this.
What's the release date?
Isn't it like next week?
Oh, it's that soon? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll check it out.
So, I don't know. I played the last game. I really liked it. There were some things that they screwed up on. They had this, like, gone in 60 seconds. Yeah, they had this gone in 60 seconds, like, amber vision filter over the cameras. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Remember that old Nicolas Cage movie where, like, everything was, like,
tinted
like, weird or whatnot? Yeah.
What is up with game devs using Instagram filters on everything? Like,
I don't know.
I think it's popular.
Yeah.
So it seems like what they're doing, that's pretty cool is they're listening to the community, and they re-released the game again and fixed a lot of issues and stuff in it. Which, if you haven't played Deus Ex, what was the first one? Human Revolution?
Human Revolution.
Yeah, Human Revolution.
It's still a really good game. Like,
Yep.
the, whatever they called it, the Game of the Year or whatever version, is really cheap. It's got all the DLC. It's
I
got
bought all the Deus Ex games for $6.
Yeah, it's got a ton of story to it, and the best thing about it is it's technically the first one of the line, so you don't have to have any prior knowledge to any of the previous Deus Ex games. But if you played the previous ones, there's some like little tidbits here and there for you in it, which is cool, pretty cool. But I thought it was a cool, accessible game. Before this, these guys did Thief, and a lot of people really bashed on Thief. I thought Thief was good. Now, the problem people had with that was there's like a lot of glowy bits and stuff saying like, oh, hey, here's something to steal, which wasn't in the original Thief. You had to figure out what was valuable and whatnot.
Items didn't highlight.
Yeah. Well, you could turn all that shit off in the PC version. You could even set it up. And same thing with Deus Ex. Guess what? F5 saves the game.
Awesome.
That's a
what I
PC
want.
game for you right there. Yeah.
F5 that shit.
Yeah. It's like, I remember seeing a shirt somewhere. It said like F5 and it had Jesus under it.
That's about right, especially when you're waiting for a product to drop and you're on
Yeah.
a store page. Oh my god.
So,
F5 is your friend.
I was really looking forward to No Man's Sky. Probably my whole decision's flipped to this game now. So we'll see. What? Tierney's making weird rapey noises.
Something's happening.
Yeah. All
It's
right.
on my internet.
We don't talk about freaking. Oh, you guys hear that? My cat's meowing at me out the door.
Oh,
Mine too.
Let him
I'm
in.
just ignoring him.
Yeah. We might have a talking with Etui moment at the end. He's screaming for me to let him in.
oh.
All right. We don't usually talk about movie stuff on here, but I had to talk about this. Ghostbusters. Yes, I'm on IGN. Shut up.
This is good stuff right here, y'all.
Ghostbusters could lose $70 million. Sequel probably dead. Good!
Nailed it.
I don't care that they were women. Get this through your head, people. I don't care that they were women. What I care is that it was a bad premise in the first place.
It's a bad movie. It's a bad movie. You can't fix bad movie.
Yeah.
It's
nope.
done.
It's like I'm getting sick and tired of being. Yeah. Have you seen the original?
Yes, I haven't seen this one,
Yeah.
but I keep getting like super mixed reviews. Either like half the people I talk to, they love it, and then half the people, they're just like, why? Why was this even made? So I'm like, I don't know. Like I'd have to watch it for myself and see.
So it's like the difference between Trump and Hillary supporters.
Yeah, that's about right.
You heard it here first, folks.
Anyways, I gotta go check on the cat real quick. Guys, keep it busy.
Always. Yeah, I'm just not gonna see it. I heard too much about how like the first 5 minutes of it was, and that was a pretty good indicator for the rest of the movie, so I'm good.
I came in like, oh, new Ghostbusters. Are we gonna hand it off? And then I saw the things. So, oh, it's just they just okay.
They need to make another like Jim Carrey needs to do another movie really soon.
Like Bill Murray. Bill Murray doesn't need to do any movies. He's Bill Murray. He doesn't care. He's adopted the no who's given attitude. See him, he'll show up to random people's random people's parties and do random shit, drop knowledge bombs, and then leave, and say no one will ever believe you.
For sure. Yeah, what do you think, Anna? You want to see Ghostbusters? You
I
gonna
don't
give it a
know. I
shot?
feel like I would give it a shot just because I don't really base things off like reviews. Like for example, Suicide Squad. A lot of people hated it, and I was like, well, I need to watch it myself, like something I really want to watch. And I liked it, like I really did. But people were like, really? Like, how did you even like that? So I'm just kind of like, people different opinions. Usually, if things lean more to like the bad side, I'm like, I go in there with that expectation it's gonna be bad,
Right.
So you're like looking
Yeah.
for everything wrong in that movie. But I don't know. I'd watch it. I just wouldn't go to the movies and watch it. I'd just wait for like
I wouldn't
rent it
pay.
or something.
Yeah, I
No.
wouldn't pay for it.
Okay. Kitty,
Ah, Let me take the headphones off. And he runs away. He's got better things to do.
Cats always do.
Now he wants out of the room, little bastard.
That's why mine aren't coming in, because they're going to do the same thing.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. See, this is why it sucks to own a cat. No, that's not always bad. I mean, they only cuddle when they are.
It's a live show. Yay.
Random cat appearing.
Guys, leave links for other people. I'm not going to check them out right now. If you saw the shit show it takes to get this thing rolling, I'm not clicking fucking anything.
No, you don't touch anything.
No.
All show is in progress. You don't touch anything.
Anyways.
That goes for all of us, too. We're not touching anything either.
Well, I can see just Best Buy, and I know it's an iBuy power, and no.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Stock cooler.
No. I mean,
if you don't have the time to build it, that's cool. Go for it. But
anyways.
I'd rather save a couple $100, just saying.
Okay. But Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
My whole problem is when you saw the trailer the first time, you could tell they were not respecting the thing. And I'm sorry, Ghostbusters, the original movie, as funny as it was, if you took all the comedy out of it, it would have still been an interesting sort of like sci-fi movie. You know, can't say this with this. So, anyways, moving on. Last week we talked about how Nintendo took down Metroid and Pokemon Uranium, fan-made games. They had some right with Metroid 2 because it was a remake of their own game. Pokemon Uranium was completely fan-made. There's no prior game that it was using or anything like that. And so this week we get the news that you guys probably heard of archive.org. They store some games and other things there. They had over 100 issues of Nintendo Power Up from the early days scanned in there. Nintendo noticed it and sent them a takedown notice.
Yeah. I think that's garbage, because where can you go right now to go buy those issues, whether it be digitally or physically? Where can you find them? All of them.
In what way does this help you monetarily by doing this? How are you making money off of a magazine that's like 30 plus years old?
Yeah.
What product that doesn't exist anymore in a physical sense?
Yep. I don't get it. Like, Nintendo is, like, they don't need, their products sell themselves, basically. But it seems like when people advertise for them, they like to shit on those people. I don't know why. People are literally trying to give Nintendo money, and Nintendo doesn't want to take it. They don't want the money. They don't want the exposure. They just want to take stuff away. I don't know.
I don't know. Let me maybe explain things for Nintendo here. When you take people who have a love for your craft, for your products, and you shit on them by them putting fan videos up, reviews of your games up, and you say you need to take that down because we need to have more money. When you do things like take old Nintendo Power down, which is really just for the really diehard fans that you've accumulated, and really that's all you're hurting there. When you take fan makes down that are not taking any money in, took, like in both those cases, like took almost an entire decade to make, okay, and take those down, you in this country are being dishonorable, okay? Yep. And I know that's the worst thing for a Japanese person to be called, but right now that's the way I see your company. Is it's conducting itself dishonorably by doing this. The best scenario, and you could have made money off of this and made everybody happy. Those guys were not expecting any money off of these games. You could have taken them, put them on the Nintendo store or something like that, and even include like a little lump sum in there for their work.
Take the scans of the magazines, put them on every store, buy it digitally.
Something, but you're not even offering it, and now you're just shitting on your fans, and it's week after week after week now. Like, everybody knows Pokemon Go is doing really well. That's great for you, but at the same time, like, what's next? Is Anna gonna go like dress up as a Zelda or something, and then you're gonna go slap a cease and desist order on her back? Like,
no,
like physically,
or like sewer.
Oh, no, wait. We got Link in the background of Anna's camera. We're fucked.
Yeah,
We're
crap.
so fucked.
Copyright.
God.
Dang it.
Jam it into your screw the stall. Ah,
Nailed it.
we got Spider-Man here too.
do this.
Anyways, my point is, this leads to reasons why I don't want to give modern Nintendo money.
Get your shit together, Nintendo. That's what we're saying here. Just do it.
It's like,
I like your stuff. Just fix it.
Don't the other.
huh? You cut out. Does anybody hear him?
No.
No.
Tierney's having computer problems
No.
again. What a shock.
No.
Stop
I
watching
never have
porn.
computer problems.
Stop
Yeah.
watching porn.
I am. Like nothing's on actually.
Yeah, you probably
He's
are
like,
watching
I'm doing
porn
it
right now.
Watching it right now.
No, I'm not.
Have you ever seen this one with the woman and the banana and the horse?
I saw that one.
It
Excellent.
was neat.
Alright. Konami, a few weeks ago,
Yeah,
their US PR guy's like, how can Konami win you back? We realize we've alienated the fans. Apparently their answer is by taking a Metal Gear franchise that people love and shedding on it and putting zombies in it.
Yep.
I give you Metal Gear Survive. Good news, won't be $60. Better damn well guarantee if it gets popular, there's going to be a shit ton of in-app purchases.
Oh yeah. You can count on that. Yep. Metal Gear Survive. Buy it now.
No, but I bet you can pre-order it.
Yeah. Oh, you can definitely pre-order it. If not officially through some other like backwoods, means of doing it.
This is not even like a franchise. It makes more sense in a Castlevania game.
Yeah. Yep.
Like
I don't know. Like, how is this even gonna work?
I don't know what's going on in this picture. It's like a fortress thing that doesn't seem to be standing up straight. It looks like an oil refinery in the middle of the desert. There's like a Mortal Kombat style portal being opened above it.
Mm-hmm. So isn't Metal Gear supposed to be about stealth? Like, isn't that the whole point behind it?
Apparently not anymore.
Not anymore. Nailed it.
It's Left 4 Dead meets Metal Gear.
This is the new stealth for 2017.
Stealth by zombies by slitting open their heads.
I flippin' loved Konami when I was growing up. Konami was awesome. Konami made some of my favorite games. Contra, Castlevania.
The original Metal Gear on NES.
Yeah, and the shit that they did. Actually, the original Metal Gear was on MSX first. It was actually.
Oh, really?
Yes, it got ported over.
It was
Interesting.
Even though Kojima got into game development because he really wanted to program for the NES more than anything else, and got kind of shafted and thrown on a computer. Anyways, that's a whole nother story. It's probably he could be a good guest. He could probably tell you a whole career of being shafted. But I don't understand what the hell's going on with Konami. I just what is up with this year being disrespectful to the people that you're trying to sell your products to? I don't understand.
Don't know.
I don't get it.
See, here in America, that goes against our core values.
Yeah, like
know.
the shit that they were pulling off in Japan, apparently, like they had all their offices like surveillanced with microphones and cameras. They were watching everybody move. If you weren't back on break, apparently, right on time, they would go over to the comm system and publicly shame you.
Yep.
Like, we're talking about Japan here.
Yep.
What the hell? It's like, if I was working someplace and somebody publicly shamed me for being late on break, like once or something, you better well guarantee I'm going to go into their office, throat punch them, and quit.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on, but yeah, Konami, to me, after what they've been trying to do, they can just die in a fire.
Yep.
I think they've burned way too many bridges at this point.
No, get your shit together for you, Konami.
Okay, so what do we do in a couple years when they do get their shit together?
I don't know.
Somebody made a GIF, took the scene from I think Metal Gear Solid 3, where it just had Snake they're taking pictures and there's a guy about to shake and just looks at him and then walks right out. Looks at the hand, looks at him, and just walks out. It's like, you shafted me way too much, bro. Fuck you. That was just, that's just the Metal Gear community.
Apparently, this is supposed to be Mother
Oh,
Base
touching.
in the background. Wasn't Mother Base in the ocean? What the hell's going on here? I haven't played the new one yet, so maybe that has something to do with it, but...
Mother
Yeah,
Base is
same
still in the
here.
ocean.
Trying to get some
This is
time to play it.
post-apocalyptic Earth.
Yeah,
I already have it installed and set up. I just gotta play it.
gotcha.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I left Chris, dude. I went left. Like
Mhm.
it's on his stream. I left him, went and did a bunch of stuff, and came back. By the time I reached back, he had finished the opening cinematic and was
Yep.
just now starting to actually play the game.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
An hour and 30 minutes.
By the way, Chris, I thought I'd just let you know
Oh.
your headphones are on backwards again.
They always are. I like them better this way. Cord stays out of my way more.
True.
So how do you do that when you're
Like-
playing something and the audio goes the wrong way?
I don't. It doesn't mess with me.
Okay.
It confuses me greatly.
I'm just bad anyway. Like good sound quality is not gonna fix my game.
Gotcha.
You're just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this one's kind of cool, kind of bad for Sony, but whatever. They're not supporting this shit anyways anymore, so why does anybody care? PS Vita. Full system access enabled through homebrew hack. So
Get hacked, fool.
look at this, Super Mario Brothers 3. It looks like the Super Nintendo version
Huh. Holy
playing
shit.
on
I'm
the
okay with
Vita.
this.
Yes,
Yeah, I
I'm
need
okay
that
with
in
this
my
too.
life. Yeah.
So the Vita,
Looks like
I had actually bought one at launch. I was stupid excited for it. Thing insanely powerful. Technically, actually more powerful in PS3 in some ways.
Yeah.
And what I played of it, I liked it, but then the games dried up, and I was like, well, I have this AMD system that's an APU-based system with a 760, or I need an i5 if I want to start streaming and stuff. So I got an i5 out of this deal.
Hell yeah.
So, and technically an
Oh, it's on the
i7
same
in a
thing.
weird way. So,
Yep.
but
Yeah, I'd say that ended up working out pretty good.
like the console design itself is solid. The colors look good. It has no fade. The sticks feel nice. My favorite thing is fighting games on this. Like the D-pad wasn't like that PlayStation thing where it's like in different sections. Your thumb fits down in it real nice. It's like the best portable fighting game system ever. But my problem with it is they stopped supporting it. They just, I don't know why. They just decided it wasn't worth it anymore.
I would have liked to have had one. I had the first PSP back in 2004. I think it came out in 2003 though, right? Like late 2003.
The PSP?
Yeah, the original PSP.
the PSP Fat 1000.
I think, yeah, because I remember it was like 300 $300, I think. at
Yeah, I
launch.
got one of those at launch too, but I was also employed by the Army, so I had some money to play around with.
Yeah, I was just in school with a job and just saving money, so I was able to get it. But it was really cool watching the movies on it. I remember that, like watching Kill Bill on the UMD discs. It was
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
It came out in 2004.
2004, that's what I thought. Yeah.
So I had the launch version, if I remember, I had quite a few stuff in it. It had a memory
Yeah.
card that was at least enough to save stuff on.
Yeah,
It
it
had,
gave like a 32 meg memory card or something.
Yeah, it had a sleeve that came with it that you could just go put it into.
It was a zipper pouch too, wasn't it?
No, it
think
wasn't.
not.
It was just literally like a pocket thing that said PSP on it.
Or if I had one or not.
It had headphones that came with it, were really nice earbuds and like a little remote control for 'em to like pause, play, and all that stuff. But
Yep, that's what I remember about the headphones. Yeah, was having the controls on it. That was pretty new at that
Yeah,
time.
that
wasn't-
was
people
really
didn't have
new.
that.
A lot of things that was doing was new, like having a web browser on it, being able to play like your video files and stuff off the internet was really new. It was a really new concept at the time. I kind of always look at the PSP for not getting enough credit for current smartphones.
Yeah.
Honestly, a lot of things that we do on our phones now started off around that time,
Yep.
and that was really the first device to do it.
Yep.
Terry made a face in the chat.
Jay the Whiz Kid, hi. I said hi to you. Are you
How you
happy?
doing, Jay the Whiz Kid?
How you doing?
He's fixated.
Are you happy now? Hi. Towards the end of the show is typically when we ask if the audience would like to say anything to us. But hi.
Hi. Oh my God. Tyrone.
Tyrone.
That's what this is, Tyrone. No.
So, any of you guys interested in getting a PS Vita used now and possibly hacking it?
Yes, I am
Yep.
actually.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Find me one for $100. I'll consider
Yeah.
it.
you get the
Yeah.
find one for $100 if you look for it. And on eBay, I have like a I'd like to say it's like a record store that sells portable. I even saw a Nintendo 64 and then a SNES for sale.
Now, this is a question I have for this. If you get the PS Vita to hack it, which version do you need? Because there's always more than one generation, right?
There's two.
There's two generations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it works
There's
for all
the
of them.
launch. There's the launch one with the OLED that Cell has, and then there's the lesser version that has the LCD.
Cell does not have it anymore. Cell has a computer processor.
Yeah.
I'm just curious because I was told that I could play PS1 and 2 games on a PS3 back in the day, and that ended up not being true because I didn't know about
Anymore.
the generational thing. Right. It's
Yeah.
only the first gen one, so. Yep.
No, this will be fine. This does play PSP games,
Mhm.
but they have to be supported on the store, or you have to. Here's the weird thing I learned about the Vita. There's games that are not on the PSP games that are not on the Vita store, but if you had a PS3 and you download on the PS3, you could transfer them onto the Vita and they work perfectly fine. Have no clue why it was ever that way.
Interesting. Maybe it wraps it in something when it's compressing it.
I don't know what the
Something
deal
different.
is. It plays
Yeah.
just fine, looks fine. There's no reason.
Essentially the same
Pretty cool.
processor.
Yeah. Same processor. No, the Vita's
no.
ARM.
No, not talking about the PS3 and the PS Vita. I'm talking about it's architecturally the same from the PSP original and 2000 3000.
Nope, the PSP was MIPS based.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
MIPS 333. I happen to have one of those.
Yeah. So, a little bit different. Anyways, that's cool. I'd like to see this on the 3DS, but whatever. So, my last thing I'm going to talk about today is TechSource. He put up a video this morning about $1,000 gaming PC. Now, to be fair, he doesn't say this anywhere in here, but towards the end of the video, he called this dual RX 480 with a 8350, it looks like, $1,000 budget gaming rig.
Yeah, that's wow. Where do we start on this one?
I don't know.
Uh,
Like, legit.
Budget for who?
You know, if I remember right, I think he said something about how he watches all of his videos back before he publishes them. I'm curious. I don't know, man. That's $1,000 budget.
Yeah, if you had $1,000 to spend, why would you spend it on an 8350? Why
Right,
not
that's
go
my
X
first question.
99.
In my mind, PCs are laid out like this. A good PC for like grandma to watch YouTube or whatever is probably about $350, $400.
Yep.
Okay, tops. That's with Windows, by the way.
Yep.
A good gaming PC, about $750,
Yep.
$800, $900, somewhere in there. This $1,000. No, it's budget for people build custom water cooling rigs and stuff like that. There's like, it's cool that you can do this for $1,000. It really is. I'd be really curious to see what the difference between Crossfire on these two cards and a Pentium processor, and see if it's really worth that in the end. But at the end of the day, to be honest with you, no, I would not call this budget at all.
No.
Maybe you need to reevaluate what people actually spend, because I can tell you right now, the average consumer out there for PCs is not spending any more than $1,250.
Yep.
So,
I'll tell you another thing. If your budget is $1,000, you're probably not going to spend it on those particular parts, I would imagine.
yeah.
No.
Saying.
Like this is just a PC too. This is not talking
Right.
about monitor and
Just
stuff.
the
Like,
desktop. Right.
if you're getting everything for the PC, yeah, you're probably spending $1,000.
Yep.
If you're doing a build coming up in the future or something, you're not spending anywhere near that much. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
No.
So,
A lot of people that come into my store do not like, especially if they're like, yeah, I'm spending this much. It's only because of the name brand. That's about it. I usually spend, if they're spending upwards of $1,000, they're usually buying a Mac. That's or like those really ultra thin HP things.
Mm-hmm.
So Anna, how much did you spend on your machine, if we can ask?
This one, my budget it got cut down by 700, so I only spend like 1,000 on it. Yeah.
So, is that just a tower?
No, it includes the monitor as well.
Oh, okay, so that's tower, monitor, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. All right.
Okay.
And that's pretty much what I hear from most people. That's pretty much what they're
Yeah.
pretty comfortable with spending. They don't want to spend a whole lot. That's why AMD's been so popular lately with builds, because there's a lot of people that just don't care about it being, an older processor or whatnot.
Yeah.
They're like, as long as it works, that's
Let's
what
see
I
if
want to
you
do.
can run any game out there at any resolution that the graphics card can handle.
Yes,
Pretty much.
yes.
Yeah,
And at the end
no
of the day,
problems.
a lot of that's just like elitist bullshit attitudes. So I give Ed credit for building a machine with an FX processor still.
Mhm.
Okay, Joe, I'm doing a freaking show right now. Why are you messaging me? Go climb your fucking mountain. Leave me alone. Anyways, but when I first built my PC, I built it with an APU system, and it didn't have any graphics card or anything. I think it spent like $450, $500 at the most,
Yeah.
and that was like with monitor and everything. So, is this like a problem with people that need to? Is this like an attitude that you develop when you're so used to building like $3,500 computers all the time, or
Probably.
Yeah.
Is it-
Honest, probably.
like this is kind of coming off to me as like, I'm used to driving a Lamborghini every day. I'm gonna drive my budget car, BMW i3. Like
Right.
what?
It's good for the price. The price to performance is good on this budget car. So,
Yeah.
I think my first like official gaming setup, I spent like 1,000 on it, but that was like for the computer, a 50-inch TV that I was leasing basically. So that was like for the first month's lease on that TV, and a sound system for $1,000, and that included keyboard, mouse, windows, everything, whole thing. And then from there I just did more upgrades. That's what I would recommend people do, is like if you want to try out PC gaming, spend like 500 to start with, and if it seems like you're going to stick with it, then spend another 500 and upgrade.
Yeah.
Jay, I'm gonna answer Jay now. Jay says, "Can you react on a video? Can you react on my PC too?" I'm reacting to a video right now. Can I react to your PC? I don't care about your PC. Get over yourself. Come on. No, I'm fucking... Dude, I'm fucking 37. I'm not gonna react. I'm not... No.
He's triggered.
No.
Triggered.
So triggered right now. I was thinking that you put the word right out.
Just do me a favor. Go start your own YouTube channel, react to stuff, and create top 10s like everybody else.
It's not hard. Anybody can do it.
Everyone can do those.
Top 10 reasons why cell processing sucks. There you go. There's the first one.
Yep. Or
Anyways.
retweet it. No.
That's my idea.
Wait,
Hold on, Pat. Trademark that idea, Anna, quickly.
Top 10 reasons why the name anus is not the best use for a child.
it's 90 degrees in my room.
Oh,
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, shame on you. You didn't watch the stream last night. There you go.
okay.
All right. So you guys have any questions in chat besides just spamming for me to react to things?
My favorite keys. Disturbed medic. Got any questions, Jay, other than saying, notice me, senpai?
Yeah.
Karate chops will happen.
All right. So we're going to talk to Anna for a little bit now. Anna,
Yeah.
you started streaming recently.
Yep. I've been streaming for it's gonna be 5 months, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started just kind of, like, I'm gonna do this for fun, see if I like it or not. If not, like, I'm gonna enjoy the gaming computer and just game.
Mhm.
But so far I've been enjoying it a lot. I think my main, like, struggle with this is, like, since I don't know a lot about computer parts and settings and all that, like frames and all that stuff. It's harder for me to like stream a game and like actually like I don't know exactly how to change my settings and everything. So that's been like a problem for me, but I'm like little by little I'm learning and getting there. But yeah, so far I've like really been enjoying it. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I know you guys were telling me a while back, you were saying something about like it's fun at first, but then after a while it gets kind of like overwhelming. So I'm kind of like trying to like not get to that point at least anytime soon. Just kind of trying to like, all right, just enjoy it, Don't think about it too much. Comments and all that stuff.
Yeah, and the thing I like is that you're taking the positive away from it. There's too many people who get on there and they're like, everybody's so rude and hates me, and it's like, it really is a rare gift to find a streamer that can still remain positive with some of the dumb crap that happens out there. I know, even with us, we know guys that are like 500,000 people on YouTube or whatnot, and they still have a problem with like finding the positive and taking it a negative way. So I really want to applaud you for being able to do that and you know have your creative streams and whatnot. I started noticing you because Paul, I guess, met you at what was it, PAX South? Yeah. And so I followed you on there because you had some cool cosplay stuff. I thought your Naked Sim idea was kind of neat. And all of a sudden, I looked on Twitter one night and it was like, "Hey, she's streaming now." Okay, cool. I didn't know Paul was helping you pick parts and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I just went. I always go to like Comic-Con and stuff. I had never gone to like a PAX event or anything. So this year, I decided to go. And like last minute, I always dress up as something. So I was like, I'm just gonna make like a random costume that's kind of like creative, kind of funny, like so people understand what I am. So I just did that, and it got a lot of attention. But yeah, I was just walking, and then Paul, like I ran into Paul, and he was like, "I need a picture of you, and like with you," and I was like, "Yeah, go ahead." So he gave me his card and everything, and he was asking me, "Do you play like? Are you on PC or are you console?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just do like PlayStation most of the time." And so he's like, "All right, well, here's my card. I have a stream. You want to watch it?" There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that night, like, I got home, and I had missed the stream, because he had said he's gonna, like, put all the pictures on there and all that, and I wanted to see, like, that picture we took. So, yeah, sure enough, I found his channel, and I followed him, and then, he got me really into, like, all this stuff. So, I was like, hey, I want to start doing this, but I just need help. Like, I don't know where to start. I have no idea, like, computer parts, I don't know about that. So, yeah, he was like, okay, well, what's your budget? And then he was just asking me like, okay, what do you want to use it for? What games do you want to play? What are you into? And so yeah, he helped me pick out the best that I could get for my budget. And I mean, it works. It's working for me. I like it. It's my first build, of course. So what was like crazy though is like I had all the parts already. They all came in, and I was kind of like, okay, how do I even put this together? Like I'm so scared I'm gonna break something. But I just kind of. It wasn't that hard. It was kind of like, all right, there's screws right here. Let's put everything
like
together.
Legos.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Like it wasn't hard at all.
Like adult Legos.
The first time I like tried to turn it on. What?
So building a computer now, it's not like doing it 10 years ago. It's almost impossible to plug in the wrong thing nowadays. Which
I just built an ITX system. I beg to differ.
Oh, really? To be fair, I haven't played with ITX builds.
That's the first time I cut myself and bleeding in 10 years.
Oh.
I was like, this is...
User error.
This is familiar. This is weird.
I'm bleeding. Well, do this.
Yeah. I didn't know. And like the first time I was like, okay, I have it all put together. I'm going to turn it on. If it doesn't turn on, like, oh, I'm going to kill myself. Like, there goes all my money. I like fried it or something, And so I plug it in, and I press the power button, and nothing. And I was like, fuck, like, I just ruined this. And then I think the only thing I had wrong was the connection of, like, the power button was not plugged in. So I was like, okay, so
the jumper.
I was like, man. But other than that, like, everything worked. I was like, yes, I got this. And yeah, so it's exciting, and I'm pretty proud that I actually did it by myself. I was really considering, like, taking all my parts somewhere and be like, build it for me. But I was like, no, I have to know this. I have to learn.
And
But,
so far, from what I can tell, your computer's been working better than Jeremy or Chris's.
Yeah.
Well, my computer's been having nothing but constant trouble. Chris, on the other hand, he just doesn't know how to operate damn Google Chrome.
Yeah. I just don't. I don't know how to computer, bro.
You don't know how to computer. I
Yeah.
can't build
I can't
computers.
You don't know how to headphone either, apparently.
No, I can't. I'm microphoning okay today, but the headphoning,
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm glad to see you on there. I'm glad to see you streaming and whatnot. You know, a little bit of hiccups here and there, you'll get it figured out. We all do over time.
we're
It
all
just-
here
it
to help
takes
each
time.
other out on that.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, keep doing it, and you're doing a good job. So,
Yep.
Thank you.
but yeah, I was incredibly taken by the fact when I saw our first stream. I was like, "Oh, cool, new streamer. This is Paul's friend or whatnot." And I was like, I started talking to her, and I'm like, "Hey, you're not on there. Like, check out my boobs. Look at my boobs." Like the camera's not like this. It's not like straight down like that.
Boop cam.
And then like I start talking to her, I'm like, "Wow, you built your PC yourself?" And that's kind of crazy because usually like people starting out don't do that. They're like,
I'm
"I'm
considering buying one, just like, oh, it's already made. Like, let me just buy one off Amazon. And they're like, no, don't do that. I
yeah,
was like, all right.
yeah." You definitely get more of your money's worth building it. But what I was so used to is just people being like, when they start out a stream, like, and me and Chris have talked about this. There's people that will game on a console on Twitch, and that's fine. That's
Yep.
perfectly fine. You look at the rig, and it's like a freaking like $3,500 rig.
Yep.
Like you could
Oh boy.
you could run two
We
games
have
on your PC
fun
and
with that
stream.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they don't know how to set their encoder preset so it looks like garbage
Yeah.
on a $3,500 machine.
Coming from the people that are using Google Hangouts to do this show right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the thing though, like that's the trend. Like get a $3,500 rig, turn on OBS and hit start stream. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all you do. Make sure
Oh,
you know
wait,
your
for
bitrate
the-
dialed in and start stream.
Yeah.
That's it takes what's my stream key? Put it in there. Put game
it.
capture. Done.
So, anyways, just out of curiosity, let's include Chris and Jeremy in this. What got you guys started in streaming?
For me, it was kind of an accident. I started a YouTube channel to do tech podcasting, and Twitch streaming just kind of happened because I started streaming the podcast to Twitch. So I was just like, fuck it, I'll do some games too.
Mhm.
Just kept doing it. That's about it.
So, I actually started doing the streaming thing as like a joint venture with a former friend of mine, where we did like YouTube videos for tech, like back when we were in high school. And I just went down the path of first job. I immediately bought an Elgato game capture card.
Mhm.
This guy, workhorse, still using it. And I just started streaming, Battlefield 3. And when Battlefield 4 came out, started streaming the open beta of that game. And I just kept streaming, Xbox 360. Then I kind of one day I just got sick and tired of my Xbox, and I was like, you know what? I'll sell off my Xbox, get all the money for a better PC, for like a GPU for my PC, slap it in there. I went with NVIDIA because the NVIDIA encoder was just plug it in, use OBS, works.
When
And I
Shadow
just-
Play came out and the whole
Before
using
Shadow
the
Play.
NVIDIA encoder thing, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was truly amazing stuff right there when that came out.
Yep. And I just used the 750 Ti, and I
Mm-hmm.
pretty much just was like, well, this is pretty good. I'm not expecting like massive things. I'm just streaming it for people I know who don't want to go. It's like, how's this game? I'm not willing to buy it yet, so I just started streaming it for them. I was like, here's the link, you can go to it, whatever. And then I just constantly stream, but nowadays I'm kind of off and on now because of work. So
I started streaming
That's
for
good.
Jay the Whiz Kid. Just for you, baby.
it's only for you.
Hmm.
I got you, baby.
I started streaming because I had a few friends who would stream, and I just saw like how much they like really enjoyed it, and I was like, wow, they're playing games, like that'd be cool to do, but I never like considered it like, oh, I'll do the same thing, I'll go stream one day. I just really did see like how they liked it and how like they're super shy at one point, and then they just got them out of their shell, and I'm like that, like y'all know I'm like super shy, I'll be like super quiet sometimes. So I can notice now that it is getting me like out of my shell a little bit. I mean, I've been talking a little more than I would before. Like I wouldn't say a word at all. So after PAX, that's when I saw like the whole Twitch setup they had there and like the streamers and I've always watched like other streamers on Twitch. I just never pictured myself actually doing it. And after that, I was like, I don't know, I really liked it, and I was like, I'm gonna give this a try. And yeah, I'm glad I did. So really enjoying it. My first stream was I started streaming League of Legends. It was horrible. Like I couldn't. Like everything was bad. Like the audio, I didn't even have audio. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But from there, I feel like one of my first viewers, they were like, "Yo, like you don't have audio," and like I was just glad that they weren't like mega trolls, just like I don't know, giving me stuff about that. They were actually like, "Oh, well, let me help you out," and then I don't know, slowly I started just getting like more friends on there, and it's just fun, like chilling at home. And you're like, all right, well, I just feel like talking to people, but I'm socially awkward. I don't want to go outside and talk to people, you know. So you're just streaming, and then people just come in your chat, and it's like it's fun. It's like a nice hangout while you're having fun doing what you like.
Let's make it socially awkward. Everybody stare at Anna.
Let's do it.
Stop! Stop it!
So yeah, there's
Welcome
some
to the
socially
internet.
awkward people out there. Welcome to the internet.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to wrap this up now. You guys, as always, can come back. If you're listening to the audio version of this right now, come to my Twitch at twitch.tv/cell processing, and we do this every Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I have a schedule up now, so typically I try to follow it pretty religiously, but like last week I had family in town, so I skipped a few days. But Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and it's 1 to 5 on Tuesday and Thursday, and Saturday it's 1 till whenever I get tired. So, yeah, be sure to come and hang out. Check out my site, Final Save Point, if you're seeing this now. Be sure to follow these guys. Chris Dude, you guys want to go ahead and give your links and whatnot, Chris?
For sure. You can find me on Twitter at ChrisDude, and you can find me on Twitch at ChrisDude on TechTube, all one word. I'll type something in chat so you guys can click it.
Okay, I'll add that in the description. Jeremy?
You can follow me on Twitter at Teremy. You can also follow me on Twitch on Twitch TV/Teremy as well. As for YouTube, I have like random stuff on there. You can find me just by typing Teremy. You'll find my top video, which is Section Says Random Crap. The tales of Googling what koala bears don't do it. And don't do it. Don't do it.
It's probably his latest hentai.
Don't.
I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Okay, Anna, you get to follow that. Have fun.
Yeah. Alright, well, you can find me on Twitch, Android614. On there, just scroll down to the bottom info, click on my Twitter link, and that's where you'll find me.
All right. And could you do that for Spanish for people who for some reason don't speak the English language and don't know what the fuck we're doing?
We did a lot.
Do I really get Spanish viewers? I do. Like, I don't know why. It's like they send, they're like, I know she talks Spanish, and they just go to my chat and they're like, oh, Spanish. I'm like, all right.
I think it's cool you have a multilingual stream. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Them two very easily.
We're all swines here. We just speak American.
So, for everybody on YouTube, bye.
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 Bye.